Good evening and salutations, my soap opera fans. So, the question of the night, should Nate give Audra another chance on Young and Restless? You know what they say, right? Fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, shame on you. It's the question. And I can see both sides of why he should and he shouldn't. Now, we're going to sit there and talk about it all tonight. Eagle is in the chat. How you doing tonight? Eagle says, I'm going to say he should. Audra showed a side she did not show off before. It seems legit. Nate, let's be honest, is not going to find another chick like her begging for him. Mm. Yep. Sean is in the chat. How you doing tonight? Sean says GH is back tomorrow. Yep. For people that don't know, General Hospital is back. I saw the promo that they did with Maurice and Steve. Ah, boy. We got a lot to talk about, people. We got a lot to talk about. I do have an early day tomorrow, so I'm not going to be here all night. I'm thinking around 9 o'clock. I'm going to be honest. But we'll see. Um, yeah, so we got a lot of. You did too, yeah. Yeah, man. I saw something else. I'm going to wait till a couple more people get up in here and we're going to talk about that too. Okay. I just sit there and say I saw something on Twitter about an actor blasting the show in a sense, and I'll wait for a few more minutes, and I'll probably will mention it again. So if I repeat it twice, don't be too upset. Um, yeah, Eagle saw it too, so Eagle already knows. Yep, Eagle already knows. I saw that when I woke up. I was like, because I usually sit there and check my phone and see what's going on before I kind of start my day. I'm like, oh, well, you know what? Good for him. Like, I looked at my phone, I was like, good for him. All right. I'll say it now, then I'll say it later on. Charles Measures, the Laura is the last person to say anything. Well, what does she say though? What did Laura Ray say? So, old school, well, old Jack Brennan, the actor that played old Jack Brennan. He pretty much is like he left the show because of the toxic work environment. The What did he say? I'm actually about to sit there. If I can upload it, I'll sit there and show everybody. But actually, I did actually save the tweet. Okay, so I'll read what it sit there and say. Charles Measure said, not true. The article completely misrepresented an old and irrelevant interview. In fact, I love every aspect of the work on GH and love working with every scene partner. I'm proud of every single scene we did with the Brennan character. However, I hated every aspect of the toxic, borderline sinister backstage politics on GH. Yeah. So that's pretty much. See if I can do this. Well, I don't understand, Sean. You keep saying this and what's good, Krista, what's good, Double C. You're saying Laura Wright and her ego. What Yeah, but what did Laura write actually? I don't understand. Like, hmm, I guess she made a comment. I'm gonna look because I don't think that she actually went to find out what. I didn't see. I'll check, but I didn't see her make a comment about anything. He is responding to old Jack. Yeah. See if I see how am I gonna do this. Oh, yeah. What's good, Krista? What's good, Black Mom? Jenna said I read Audra is leaving the show. All right. Well, it is not letting me upload it for some odd reason, but where'd you read it from? If you don't mind me asking, why is this still on? I was trying to show something, but oh, oh, there it is. So, oh, Soap Opera Digest online. Okay, I'm doing good, Black Mon. I'm doing pretty good. Um, I will sit there and say this much, Krista. Every time that somebody talks about Nancy, just understand that you're giving her way more power than she deserves. Like, I don't know if y'all can. I wonder if they're gonna recast. So I don't know if y'all can see that, but that's pretty much what's good, Laura B. Okay, I think it's kind of big enough. I think y'all can see it. So yeah, that's what Charles Measure said. That's pretty much hit the tweet that he wrote sometime this morning. I don't know. Or that's what time I actually saw it. But yeah. So yeah. I'll probably bring it up again towards the end of the stream. Lobby says I'm a little behind. Is Nate consider taking Audra back? Yeah, he looked like he was. He doesn't sit there and say flat out no. She showed a certain level of vulnerability, and you know, for me, it came across as sincere, right? But see, that's the thing about her, though. Lisa says no, she doesn't deserve another chance. So, like, she did sit there and say that she had a tough time being vulnerable. It has a lot to do with her childhood, her growing up, and stuff like that. And with some people, when the trust is gone, right? Like you're not gonna get that back, and it's understandable. Krista said, "I don't think Nate should take her back," and the same thing with Lisa, saying that she lied multiple times. Habitual liar. Habitual liar, essentially, right? Okay. I'm a little torn. I'm in between. I can see why he shouldn't take her back. I understand why he would take her back. You know, I get both sides of it. So, because people aren't perfect. People do mess up. I'm not gonna sit there and say it was a mistake, but it was damn sure a bad choice that she um that she did. It was definitely a very shitty and bad choice that she made. So, oh, what a shock! What a shock! All right, but yeah, I guess everyone has their own experiences and whatever. But like I said, I could see both sides. Um, Eagle said, "I'm glad Chanel." Oh, Chanel believed Johnny. Like all the social worker had to do is read his phone text, like she, like she saw the picture and bailed. Yeah, and see that, and that's the thing, though, Eagle. Right? Like it took him a long time to calm Chanel down. Right? Michael truly loved Michael true love and want to know as Victor. Anyone else tells you otherwise, it's a lie. Jenna says Bo it's so obvious who's getting together. See, let me tell you something about Bo. Let me tell you something about Hope for a minute. Hope didn't even actually have the integrity to tell Carter, hey, listen, I don't want to get married. I'm still torn between you and Liam. She couldn't even be honest. So Carter had to sit there and be honest for her. Con- Carter had to be Carter had to sit there. Yeah, Carter had to sit there and be honest for her because she couldn't even be bothered to sit there and do that. By the way, this whole, like I said in my review, this whole father daughter dance, I'm sitting there thinking it's at a school where it's going to be a lot of other kids with their dads and stuff. And it turned out it was just at the house. Like, Beth was really pressing the hope, like, well, you got to get here at a certain time. You got to get here at a certain time. Like, what happens if it's at the house? It wasn't at a school. I thought it was at a school or some sort of function. When I saw Hope get there and they start, that's, listen, that is some cheap ass shit right there. Listen, I give B&B credit because when they do go on location, they do go on location, right? But like you tell me you couldn't hire a bunch of extras. Instead, they hired the extras to sit there and show up at that restaurant so I could sit there and listen to bad singing. Like what the am I watching at this point? Like it just, I can't. I can't. Listen. Let me tell you something about B&B. You gotta turn your brain off to enjoy it. It's Eagle. It's on Netflix. Oh, okay, cool. That's another movie I gotta watch this weekend. Then that's another movie I gotta watch this weekend. I gotta watch Megan 2, and I gotta watch Karate Kid. Okay, good. Thank you, Eagle. Okay, good. I'm looking forward to watching it. Thank you. That's what's up. What about Naked Gun, Eagle? Was Naked Gun on is it on Netflix too? I won't spoil it, but I'm gonna sit there and spoil one of the characters on there. Okay. Paramount. Okay, cool. I got Paramount then. I got Paramount. Oh no, no, it's cool, Eagle. No, I got Paramount Plus. So Paramount Plus got Naked Gun. Okay, got it. Got it. Hmm, I'll check it out. I got a couple of movies to watch this weekend, which is cool because like goddamn, Paramount Plus needs to start seeing that their earnings keep my on my list of streaming services. I mean, I always use it as an emergency just in case, news interruptions or whatever. I could just, you know, watch on Paramount Plus. So that's cool. Thank you for letting me know that, Eagle. Because I probably wouldn't even actually thought about going on there. Hmm. I'm very curious about what I'll watch on Halloween. I think I thought honestly tell you the truth, I could be streaming Halloween. Yeah, I'll be streaming Halloween. I was like, when am I gonna watch Halloween? I was like, oh wait, I'll be streaming Halloween. Unless I don't have to work the next day, then I'll think about watching something on Halloween. Lorby says I have to stop watching for now. I am Paul Howe. Yeah, and I don't blame you. I do not blame you, Lorby. Like they are it's a real disservice how they're doing that, because it's a man, it's like they're not putting in the effort to actually showing that he's the victim in this whole thing. And when B&B refuses to say the R word and just say, "Oh, she took advantage of him. She took advantage of him." And they won't sit there and do that. And they make Will apologize to Electra like she's the goddamn victim in this whole thing. I'm like, I can't. Like I mean, I'm watching it because I do reviews and stuff, but it's just one of those things where it's like it's definitely out of pocket. Hmm. I'm pretty sure Ron won't be going up in JLJ Media's channel and start telling him what to talk about. I still can't believe he did that shit. I'm like, Ron, listen, I rarely have patience for you, and that's only because he makes me laugh at times. And you're gonna go up in somebody else's chat and start telling them what to talk about, what not to talk about. I'm like, Ron, you done. Krista says, so Portia. Somebody. Okay, Krista, where'd you get that from? Where did you get that? Portia is pregnant. Yeah, yeah, Lord, you're the one that told me. Like, he went up in JOJ Media's chat and was like, start talking about that shit or something like that. I'm like, bro, you can't do that. Like, I can laugh at some of his stuff to a certain extent, but that's me. Like, everyone's not the same. Not everyone's gonna sit there and take your your humor and just laugh it off. Like, but you know, guess he had to find out the hard way. Mm-mm-mm. Um, yeah, I wonder where is this? Oh yeah, I keep forgetting that they're. And you know the thing is, like all these theories, and I know, Lorby, I know you don't like spoilers. I don't consider them spoilers. I consider them theories. What's good, Queen of the South? How you doing tonight? Well, a lot of people be getting this stuff from like Soap Dirt and like um meant to say no, he's not returning. Yeah, I'm like, not everyone's gonna sit there and take your sense of humor and find that shit funny. Like some people are gonna be like, nah, bro. No, I get that, Krista. I'm just like, where'd you get that she was pregnant from? Of course, Queen, of course. Oh, that's what I had to sit there and look up. Yeah, that's what it is. It's just theories, and you gotta also sit there and remember, Laura B, that a lot of these, a lot of people will come in and say this is happening, which they don't even know if it's true because you know they're getting it from a quote unquote spoiler channel that's really just clickbaiting people. So they don't even know if it's true or not. It's rumor as far as I know that. Yeah, that's yeah. That's what I was gonna sit there and say. It's a rumor. It's like I'll be right in the middle trying to look up something, and then there we go. What's good, Ronnie Ron? Yeah, I don't know if that's true or not. I don't know if that's true, Ron. So I'll wait to see if it's true. Eagle said, "I never told you what character he played, assuming you saw the casting." No, it's all good. No, yeah, no, I know I know he played Stingray for Cobra Kai. Have a good night, Krista. Yep. Laura B didn't say anything. I mean, not Laura B. Laura Wright didn't sit there and say anything about the charge measure comments. I don't understand. Like, I didn't understand where you were coming from, Sean. Like, she didn't say anything about the charge measures, controversy or comment or anything. Okay, I want to check it out. Yeah, exactly. Put a little put a lid on it. Well, the thing is, no, she didn't say, like, I looked at her Twitter thing to sit there and see if she posted anything about Charles Measures, and she didn't. So, like, I know a lot of people just don't like Laura V. I mean, Laura, I know a lot of people don't like Laura Wright. I don't know why. Like, I don't know what she said that set people off. Sometimes I feel like some people just don't like her just because of a feeling, but I'm like, I want to sit there and say she actually said anything, and she didn't. So, but yeah, um, Yeah. Tomorrow's General Hospital. Still don't really understand what you don't like about it, Sean, but I know you're just venting, so um but yeah, tomorrow's General Hospital is gonna be back. I'm looking forward to it, but like I said, I also enjoy the break from it, you know? Yeah, no, no. You know the thing is, Laura B, I keep saying you, and then I'm talking about Laura Wright, and so yeah. Um. Anyway, I'm not even gonna bother to try to understand that, but so yeah, General Hospital tomorrow. I don't even remember what the previews was because it was so long ago. Like they showed the previews on Monday and it's Friday, and I totally forgot what we might be seeing tomorrow. It's weird how they break it up though. Like you know, they only showed 3 episodes. Jenna says, "I'm not feeling Haley these days." Yeah, I don't understand her. I don't get her. She's like, first of all, it's like, why do you even feel like why was she even on the show? Why was she even on the episode? Like she came in like 5 minutes later just to tell Bill, "Oh, I'm pregnant." I'm like, no. She was like, "Oh, I'm late." I'm like, are we really still at there doing this whole like her faking another pregnancy again? Like what are we doing? Um, I'm like, what are we doing? It just seems like sometimes with Haley, she just and the sad thing is like, people sit there and say she's insecure, but I'm like, you got Bill sitting there kissing behind her back. Like, of course she got a reason to be insecure. Like the way he's been moving. Well, first of all, the way he's been moving would make any woman insecure. But then I'm also just like, well, if any woman chooses to sit there and get with him, knowing his history, I'm kind of just like, you, yeah, yeah. I'm like, you kind of did that to yourself, right? Like you kind of did that to yourself. Like you knew what you were getting into. Just like on Y&R, Nate knew what he was getting into when he decided to be with Audra. Like I don't know if you were just looking at her. Yeah, exactly. I'm like, what are we doing? Like, so now you just need to tell them, oh, I'm gonna give you a baby. Trust me. I'm like, why we gotta do that for? Oh, and his name is Donnell, right? I think that's Doug's. I mean, that's Vanessa's son's name is Donnell. I didn't even understand that scene. Like he comes in, he wants to confront Joey. He's like, hey, listen, I'm gonna sue you for a wrongful death. For overserving my dad. Then Joey gives him the bartender, and he doesn't even like yell really. He doesn't sit there and try to hit him or anything like that. He says a couple of words, and then he starts sharing stories with Joey. I'm like, bro, less than 10 minutes ago, you was there talking about how you was going to sue him. And, I don't know if Joey recited the law correctly. Like, well, we don't have any sort of responsibility. What's good, Mika? Any sort of responsibility. Um, but I'm like, it's more of a like wrongful death suit. That's more of a civil matter. That's not necessarily like, I think there could have been a possibility that he could have won that case, even though Joe was like, no, because legally we're not responsible. I'm like, how are you not responsible? You have a liquor license. It was good. It was good. Ron says, what's your thoughts on Chanel finally giving Johnny the benefit of the doubt? Well, she didn't really give him the benefit of the doubt. She just stopped trying to accuse him so much of it, you know? Um, but yeah, my whole thing is like, I feel like why Alexis not Diane? Why Alexis not Diane? What? Um, either way, she's like, she pretty much is like, regardless if Johnny did it or not, she's still so concerned with not having that baby that I feel like that's going to be the death of their marriage. That's going to be the death of their marriage. Why Not was actually good, because Why Not was actually pretty good. It was very self-contained, and I really enjoyed that. Oh, okay. Um, but yeah, so it's like, and all again, all because Sophia can't be bothered to take responsibility for her own actions. She wants to sit there and blame Johnny for ruining her life. I'm like, no, boo. Johnny didn't ruin your life. You spreading your legs before you were ready to sit there and have a baby, it would ruin your life. And it's it's a chore to get through the Sophia scenes. It's an absolute chore to get through her scenes. Yeah, that's the question, right, Sean? Is it going to be Jason? Is it going to be Michael? Like, who's going to get the house? I mean, somebody's going to get the house. Um, Veronica, Ronnie, I guess that's her name, right? LaShawn said, "Did David Cass did Victor Cassign know that Liesel's son Nathan's alive?" It's a really good question. I don't know. Mikhail said, "I read that someone may be pregnant on GHR Beyond the Gates." People not just saying GH. People not just saying it's gonna be Portia. What's good last day? What's good last day? I don't know, Rob. I have no idea. Like, I don't know if you're asking me this question is like ironically, or you're just asking me like you really are asking me if I know where Amy Choi is. I don't know which one is it. So it's good to see you last day. Lorby says it's not fair to blame Johnny for the consequences of Sophia's actions. No, it's not. But that's see the thing is, what she knows, she has tunnel vision. Oh, okay. Oh, you working a late nights? Okay. Good last day. How's work going? Is this a new job, or are you just doing different hours? Um, she has tunnel vision. She's still gonna blame Johnny for this whole debacle of her not having a child. That's why she was so livid. She was like, "This is all your fault." Da 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 da. Like, even afterwards, she was like, "It didn't even matter." Like, even when the truth comes out, it's not gonna matter. She already said it's not gonna matter. So, you know, if she's gonna sit there and let the fact that they can adopt, um, gonna be the yeah. Okay, Ron, you said that yesterday. Now you're gonna bother to finish reading that. Last day says it's good. I work from 4 p.m. to 11 p.m. It's a new job. I work for Walmart. Oh, okay, much better. Okay, good, 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 good. I'm glad you're a lot more happier there. Because I enjoy your breakdown of Andre and Danny from. Thank you, Mikal. I have fun doing a review on Beyond the Gates. Even though I literally said in my short that I'm never gonna review Beyond the Gates, I just it started to get better and more interesting. And GH is on a break, so I was like, all right, why not? I don't know about tomorrow. Um, doing a review. I kind of want to, but I'm like, well, then I'm gonna have to do all three, and I don't know how that's gonna work out with the stream. So, I could possibly do it. I do get out of work early. Yeah. That's good though. That's good. I'm glad that you're working at a different job that is much more chill. I don't know. Maybe one day you'll get back to doing. Maybe one day you get back to doing. You get back to doing videos. B&B was good today. Beth, yes, it was funny when she said, "I like Carter. He's nice, but I'm my mom and dad together." Yeah, the problem is, I guess for me, it's like she's been saying that for like 3 days straight. I think after the third day, I was like, okay, Beth, we get it. We get it. You want your parents back together. I don't know if Aaron's the father. I wouldn't be happy. I don't not really interested in Aaron, so I can't say that. And I get that too, Laura B. I just think that she needs to sit there and figure out what her priorities are though. Like does she still want to be in a marriage with Johnny and understand that, hey, listen, it happened and y'all can't have a child right now because of the actions of Sophia, what she did to Johnny. Are you just gonna let that go? Like which one do you want more? You know? But Mikhail says, I think you and I thought Beyond the Gates was going to be a new soap with a cast of heavy hitters and familiar faces. Not really. I I just thought it was going to be better than what it was. Um, like I said, my issues with the show is still there. Some of the actors are bad. Some of the stories aren't super great. Um, I feel like this time they kind of stepped it up a little bit, and I yeah, I think just certain people start to annoy me to a point where I just start to not like the show. Like Leslie started to annoy me. Chelsea, I just didn't really care about. Tomas is just a bad actor. Chelsea is just a bad actor. Like um, some of the bad acting really started to just. June was a character I just started to just not give a shit about. Maybe someday, but my last few B&B review, I wasn't enjoying it. I get that. You got to do what you enjoy last day. So like, even if it's not B&B, you want to talk about wrestling or something like that, whatever you want to sit there and talk about, you know, do what you want to talk about. Doesn't have to be soaps. Yeah, no, it's not confirmed yet, Lord B. That's just what people are. That's just what the fans' theory is. Exactly, Sean. Last Day likes wrestling, WWE and stuff. So like, yeah, you can, what you enjoy your hobbies are. But not love it. It's just a theory so far. It's a theory that people are talking like it is confirmation. I mean, I guess the problem with that is that like, okay, that's cool. It's not Tay's father. It's not Tay's baby. At some point, he's gonna find out. Who knows if it's who knows if Aaron's the father or not? I personally don't really care about Aaron, if we're gonna be honest. Um, thank you, Sean. I appreciate that. And I appreciate having you in the chat. I do. What's good, Jakaris? How have you been? I've been good. How have you been? What's been new with you? How's life? Haven't really been seeing you post anything on YouTube or anything. I mean, I've seen you on Twitter. You post stuff on Twitter. So, yeah, of course, Sean, of course. Cherry ice cream, how you doing tonight? It's good to see you. Hope you are well. Oh, that's what's up. That's good. That's good. That's good. Jakaris, I'm glad to hear that. So good luck on your test. Lady V, how you doing tonight? It's good to see you. Okay, that's good. That's good to hear. It's good to hear, Jagaris. That's good to hear. I'm gonna. Oh wait. Oh, okay. So you don't. Okay, so you don't have to do like a test or anything. Okay, all right. So that's what's up then. All right, that's good. I'm very happy. Yeah, congratulations, Jagaris. I know you've been working hard doing that. So that's what's up. Yeah, LaShawn. That means I'm gonna do reviews again and watch the subs. Okay, yeah. No, you had to do what was important, you know what I'm saying? You had to set your priorities. Now that you're done with that, now you could just, Gail Baldwin adopted Monica. Yeah, I was reading up a little bit about her stuff. It's hard to sit there and read up about her history sometimes, but that's the subject, guys. So I look forward to seeing your stuff when you start to get back to YouTube and doing YouTube videos. That'd be fun to watch. Hope and Liam are getting back together. Basically, made the last 2 years of Hope pointless, which is a good thing. I I mean, listen, if she wants to get back with a flip flopper for the sake of Beth or whatever, okay, whatever. Listen, y- y- I personally think you chose the wrong person to be with, but that's what she wants to do. She wants to sit there and be with a guy who, cheated on her, had a baby with somebody else. My whole thing is like, you couldn't even be honest with Carter. And don't get me wrong, I have my issues with Carter as well, because Carter was hella thirsty. Carter was like, yeah, I got back your job. I mean, I got back your line, but we should also get married today. He kept sent to ask him, like, when are you going to get married? When are you going to get married? We got to sit there and get married. When are you going to get married? She's like, yo, how about us just enjoy? Ron, you know you already got cursed out once by JoJ Media. You don't want to get cursed out by me. Trust me, I'm a lot worse. Um, but he kept being Carter is best when he's not with a woman. I think that he's too desperate. He is too desperate. Like, it's not like he can't sit there and find a nice girl to sit there and settle down with, but he's so like, I got to do it. I can't be alone. I got to do it. I got to do it. I'm like, I feel like at this point, he'll be happy just like getting a prostitute for a couple of nights or whatever. Like, bro, you really need to just Nate needs to dump Audra Charles. I mean, he already did that. Like, he already did that. You mean like he needs to like have a good night, Sean? No, Ron. What I'm basically sitting there saying is like, you're not going to tell me what I'm going to talk about. That's what you're not going to do. Just like you're not going to go in JLG Media's chat and start telling him what to do. You know. All right. You have a good night, last day, and have a good rest of your shift, man. Appreciate you stopping by. But yeah, Sean. I will sit there and see you tomorrow. You have a great night. And she can't have her own child though. Like she has a medical condition where she can't have her own child. Ron. Like I feel like did you yeah, like she can't have her own child. That's why she wants to adopt. Like medically she can't. Yep, Sean, you have a great night. But yeah, Lobby, don't listen, don't get too upset with Ron, Lobby. You know how he tends to be sometimes, so don't get yourself all worked up about it. He's gonna have his opinions and you may not agree, but it's his opinion. Even if he's like forgetting a certain detail, like a very key point detail. Um, like I said, Jeremy Horton is rumored to come back. Um, I mean, listen, I agree to some extent. I tell you the truth, I think she actually was pretty patient. Like, if she wasn't patient, she would have probably left Johnny and found somebody else to sit there and give her a child in a sense, or adopt a child because there was a lot that was not there happening. You know, there was Johnny's trial, there was everything like that, and she waited until after the trial before she brought it back up. You know, my gorgeous queen cat lady is in the chat. How are you doing? Mm, I guess he wants to be timed out again. Yeah, listen, Britt has definitely been out of pocket personally. Britt has definitely been out of pocket. Um, that's the truth of the matter. She been out of pocket, you know. Um, yeah, she been out of pocket. I think I may play that clip, even though I played it yesterday. I might play that clip again. Listen, again, I love that show, Passions. Love that show, Passions. Let's see what picture do I have? Oh yeah, that was this is a better one. That was pre-Ava. In case people forgot, before there was Ava Jerome, there was Lindsay Rappaport. Lindsay Rappaport was pretty much prototype Ava. Like I said yesterday, uh she was always, they said she was always the bridesmaid, but never the bride. Well, you have to understand, Laura B. It's Ron. You have to understand who you're talking to. Like you're talking to Ron. You're not talking to, you know what I'm saying? Like Ron operates on a different scale. You can't take what Ron says personally because, well, it's just not healthy. You know, if you're talking to somebody else and they're just acting that way, fine. But you've been in this chat long enough to know how Ron talks. Lady V said Lindsay Rappaport was a beast. Yeah, she was. Yeah, she was the Ava before Ava. You know. Also, like I said, she also owned an art gallery, just like Ava. Yeah, she was something else. Also, I don't know if I have this. Oh, I do. The original pimp, Asa Buchanan. Susan R, how you doing tonight? I'm only showing this piece this picture again because some people didn't see it yesterday. But you was in the chat. You saw the Asa clip. I mean, who else could sit there and rock a business suit with a fur coat? Well, a little piece of fur on it. Yeah, it's good to see you, Susan. Lobby says, "Oh, I remember. Oh, yeah, I remember seeing her clips on White Live." Yeah, but Cat Lady, you weren't okay. You know what? I will sit there and I will play the clip again since Cat Lady wasn't here yesterday. Let me see if I can find it. Like I said, no, you didn't quite. Look, he was. He was. Hold on. Let me see if I can find. Okay. Just a little fair warning. This clip is kind of loud, so y'all might want to lower the volume on your devices. I forgot how awkward this music is.
Now my all-time favorite daughter-in-law. Please, throw something on. Cover yourself. And then pour me a bourbon and branch water. And then you and I got to talk a little business before Bo gets home. Well, get with it, girl.
Get with it.
Oh, it was nice while it lasted.
About this business.
Well, are you going to make me a granddaddy or not?
You want grandchildren? From Bo and me?
Be nice.
Don't you have enough already?
Oh, I got a herd. Vicky's two boys. I mean, I really like them, but they're not my bloodline. And I'm crazy about Jessica, but she's, she's a girl.
You noticed.
Damn.
And then it's Drew. I mean, he's blood, but he wasn't hand-raised Buchanan. He turned out to be a one-trick pony, and his trick was usually a con job.
What about Cor? You know, there he is, born and bred Buchanan. What's the matter with him?
Not a blessed thing. I just don't like to keep all my huevos in one basket. Come on, what do you say? Come on, help me pump up that Buchanan bloodline and give me an heir. Or has your well run dry?
Oh shit.
My well has not Run dry. Ace. Is there nothing you won't say?
Not yet.
Bo and I have no intention of manufacturing you the perfect heir. And there's no reason why you should depend on us. If you're so dissatisfied with your namesake, why don't you crank a few out yourself?
Ooh, well, I tell you, if you're not going to be a broodmare to continue the Buchanan bloodline, I mean, I may just have to do that.
What?
Broodmare?
I tell you what, sleep on it, and I'll check with you later.
Broodmare?
Wow. Get over yourself, girl.
Broodmare? What a stupid idea.
Wow. So yeah, that was pretty much kind of Asa Buchanan in a nutshell. Yes, he married 14 times, but he married the same woman 3 times, which was Renee. Also, I had to sit there and show y'all this. It's a huge fan of this show. I forgot how many years it's now on the air. I used to work at the Barnes Nobles when I'm buying this. An actual graphic novel. So yeah. That's what I meant to sit there and show y'all before, but plus they keep recommending me scenes in that show. But yeah, that was pretty much Asa Buchanan. He was he was definitely one of a kind. Susan says, Albert, I came in late. Do you think Nate should forgive Audra? Um I feel like I'm leaning towards yes. What's good, Jonathan? I feel like I'm leaning towards yes, but I understand why he would. You know the saying, um, shame me, what is it? Shame me once, twice on. I forgot. Okay, I forgot. Fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, shame on you. Kelly says yes. I was out here buying books for the love of God he wants. Well, like I said, Cat Lady, that was years ago. That was a couple years ago. Oh, wow! Thank you, Lex. Lex Mark. Lex Mark says I was going through a rough phase for a bit watching your channel. Well, thank you. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Holy shit. Yeah, let's everyone thank Lex Mark. Seriously. Yeah, thank you. Shout out to Lex Mark. Oh, fool me. Oh yeah, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. No, I appreciate that. Thank you. I enjoy doing this. Yeah, shout out to Lex Mark. Fucking MVP. Yeah, that's the thing though, Jonathan. Carter had to let her go. Carter had to let Hope go because Hope couldn't do it herself. Yeah, let's everyone shout out Lexmark. Oh shit. No, I'm glad my videos help. Seriously, thank you. And I'm sorry, and yeah, I'm sorry that you are going through a rough time. I appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah, tomorrow, right? Tomorrow, right, Jonathan? I'm I feel like the show kind of needs that in a sense. I feel like the show needs that. I do. I feel like the show needs that. Carter went through all that with Hope just for nothing. just just to let her go because she couldn't be bothered to sit there and be honest with him. Well, no, thank you, Lexmark. I appreciate that. And like I said, I'm glad I was here. So, and I hope things are starting to get better for you. Is Quinn coming back for Carter, dog? No, unfortunately, we got to sit there and deal with Daphne. Daphne, listen, Daphne isn't as bad as she was. Susan says, I'm surprised Carter came out of his brain fog. He really does have the worst luck with women. Oh, good looking guy and nice and super nice car. And yep. I mean, listen, she been wanting to get with that man since she got there. Okay. And even her text was mad sus, like probably Jonathan. I mean, Haley's a headache. Um an airy kiss, like, but I said, well, let me ask you a question, Jonathan. Do you think that they should get back together? That's my question. Um, like, how are you going to sit there and ask somebody, oh, you want to sit there and do karaoke night unless you're busy with Hope? I mean, unless he's busy with somebody that, unless he's busy with his fiance. Like, you do realize that you're asking a man that's engaged if they want to sit there and do karaoke. What the fuck is wrong with you? Like, I don't think they should either. You know what? Just as this Haley storyline is all over the place, why is she faking that? See, this is what I'm talking about. Even when they start to do some good stuff, they start to backslide into that dumb shit. Like Susan says, back in the day, he was with Carla that played Danny on Behind the Gates, and they were in a soap opera together. Got engaged, and then she cheated on him with Rick Forster. Why am I not surprised? Yeah, I don't know if Naomi's ready for that. She don't seem too happy about it. Ooh, wow. Really sorry to hear that, Lady V. Damn. No, no, it's just dumb. I'm honestly wanting Haley to go. I just so Johnson says maybe Haley and Derek could get together. I mean, Derek is a scumbag, and well, Haley is a homewrecker. Yeah, I'm really sorry to head out, Lady V. Ooh, God damn. Hmm. Yeah, exactly, Jonathan. Yeah, of course, Lady V. No, listen, I appreciate having you here, you're a very strong woman. I will sit there and say that much. That's wow. That is strength. Yeah, I appreciate you being here. Seriously, thank you. Just as why did Denny want to stay married to Andre? Well, she wanted to stay married to Andre to spite Bill and probably fight the urge to sit there and go back to Bill, right? But did she believe him, Jonathan? See, that's the thing, though. Like, did she believe him? She really didn't. And in all reality, she even said it doesn't even matter if she said it doesn't even really matter if Johnny um and Holly was hooking up or not because she lost her chance to sit there and adopt the baby. And that's really all she's thinking about. Like she's putting that above her marriage. Like they both acting like it's love, cold time I never. Yeah. And that's the sad thing. She's gonna go back to a man who broke her mentally. She's gonna go right back to a man who broke her mentally. And I appreciate you being here with Lady V and I appreciate your openness and it's not easy. Like I can't even imagine that. So we appreciate you, Lady V. We do. Get it? Listen, you know the sad thing is like getting through Sophia's scenes is like a chore, and it's at this point I'd rather just have Janet Spears come back. Like I really would just rather have Janet Spears come back instead of just this next generation Sophia. You know, I really would because that's that's a joy. That's a joy. Hmm. Like I said, she's I guess you could sit there and say she's being young, dumb, and reckless, but like, I mean, I get it. It's giving the people somebody to hate. So like, Vanessa is actually the one that's bothering to me the most. Because Vanessa walks around with these tears on her face and like, oh, I just want to respect him and his final wishes. I'm like, you didn't respect him when he was alive. You didn't respect him when he was alive, but you want to sit there and trying to act like I'm being all respectful and what is his name? Is it Darnell or is it Donnell? I think it's Donnell. Like the actor does not enunciate. So I don't like one day I'm calling him Darnell. Next minute I'm calling him Donnell. I'm like, well which one is it? Like which Jesse, I don't feel bad for Vanessa. It's like she walks around with those tears and everybody supposed to be like, oh, I feel so bad for you. Our condolences. And I'm like, yeah, condolences for Doug, but like every time they sit there and say, well, like when Ted and Jacob was talking, yeah, I know they had a unconventional relationship. That's what we're calling it. Her stepping out on him every single time. That's just called it's called an open marriage. But I'm like, I heard I heard that the actor left because he was having health problems, and I saw on his actually I saw on the actress that plays Vanessa. I saw on her Instagram, like everyone was there clapping for him, and pretty much kind of giving the actor his farewell and everything. So yeah, crazy, crazy, crazy stuff. Won't miss him or his. Just as I'm glad you're doing reviews again. Yeah, I had to. I was like, I literally had to. I was like, even though I literally said I'm not gonna do any reviews, I was like, it's been pretty interesting. I'm like, I have to do it, and they actually have been pretty fun. So they've been pretty fun. What's good, Allison? Why is this taking like forever? There we go. Um, I forgot how much more. Sir, what are you doing to switch whatever this is on your? Sir, what are you doing to switch whatever this is on your now? I don't understand what that means, cat lady. I think I kind of have an idea, but I'm not too sure. Today, really? Oh, it wasn't a new episode, Allison. It was a really old episode. Like this was when you had the old Molly on, like the first Molly. You know, you're the only one that's actually complaining about that. I just want to point that out there. Just want to complain. Just want to sit there and say that, my love. You're the only one that's actually complaining about that. I know. I wanted to, Laura B. I did. Um, yeah, I would like to get back to doing reviews on days as well, Laura B. I enjoy them. Cat Lady says so. Oh, sassy ass. I'll switch in a minute. Such a diva. But yeah, it was an old episode. But I do kind of miss doing reviews on days. I mean, there was one particular episode. There was one particular episode that yeah, yeah, it was an old episode. This one you had I can't remember her name. I can't remember her name now for some odd reason. I can't remember her name, but Alyssa says you can't believe people on there what on Facebook or like those spoiler channels where they talk in a different language and oh well yeah. I know, and that's the thing though. You had Maurice Bernard and you had Steve was literally sitting there saying, "Hey, General Hospital is going to be back on tomorrow." Oh, Facebook. Yeah, that's that's where you don't want to go to sit there and get any information. The sad thing is that I've seen people come in my chat and be like, "Oh, I heard something, something, something's happened." I'm like, "Where'd you hear it from?" Facebook. And part of me is like, don't do that. Like, don't come in here spreading that. Don't come in here spreading that fucking. I don't want to sit there and say nonsense, but like, you know, That should be good. Let me know if I'm not for some reason, but I think I am though. Since Al been busy, it's hard. Well, that's the thing, my love. You know, I'm always busy. Yeah, that's right, Jonathan. And you know, cat lady sitting there again, being the only person to sit there and complain. Being the only person to sit there and complain because she's a diva. But that's what I love. So you know. Oh, my bad. But yeah, Jonathan. Oh, by the way, am I good? Just as I wonder why they made Naomi pregnant. She's boring as F. What do you think of Chelsea Bear, Jess? Such a diva. Um, where's my music? Where's my music at then? I'm not gonna. Okay, I didn't really care for the scene of Naomi kind of reaming out Andre for marrying her mother, just to sit there and turn around towards the end of the clip and be like, "What's good, Duan?" Duan says anyone should give Audra Charles another chance. Besides Nate, ain't no good either. I remember him cheating on Elena. He did cheat on Elena. And Elena sat there and played ping pong between two men. But yes, I guess that kind of makes him even. I mean, two wrongs don't make a right, but um, it's good to see you, Duan. Oh, and Cat Lady says you have to hit the live chat, Laura. Check at the top of the chat. Yeah, there's a gear. There's a gear icon, and you got to hit that gear icon. And cherry ice cream. You know what I actually haven't had in a while? Ice cream. What's good, Spider? It's good to see you. How you been? Are you enjoying the New York City weather? I had to go outside my goddamn hoodie today. Like, I don't know what that was about. I said I woke up to sit there and go get some breakfast, and I was like, it's kind of cold. It's kind of chilly. Maybe I should like go back inside and get my hoodie. It's chilly, Allison. I had to put my heat on this coat. Exactly. I walked outside like, oh, I'm just gonna, go get some breakfast, my latte, and I'm like, yeah, I haven't went outside in like 2 weeks. What do you mean you haven't went outside in 2 weeks? What? But you had to go outside at some point, though, right? Well, I think you're in Philly, so I don't know if you got different weather out there. No, I'm going outside. So wait, you just stayed inside for 2 weeks straight? Like you didn't go out? Oh, don't you got school? Exactly. I'm like, yeah, don't you got school? What do you mean you didn't go outside? Like, what is Broski talking about? I came from outside 56, sir, acting like we're far. Oh, that's true. I don't know. I gotta go out there one day. Oh, so what are you just choosing to hibernate? Like, I don't. She ain't going listen. He ain't going to stop Alexis. That's Molly's daughter right there. Like as much as he doesn't like Alexis, he really don't like Alexis. You're not going to do that to Molly. Listen, I know who you are, cat lady. What are you talking about? Right? How you don't leave your house? Bros, your broski's on house arrest. Yo, Spider, what did you do? No, 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 fuck that, bro. What did you do to get on house arrest? I know where you are, cat lady. You stop it. Exactly, Jess. I'm like, we're not going to turn this shit around on me. Like, what did you do? Justin says, do you think Johnny would figure out that picture wasn't actually sent by Holly? Eventually, it just, you know how it's going to take a while. It's just going to take a while. I mean, don't get me wrong. I like being home too, but like, I still think that Spider's on the house arrest. I don't leave my house out there, be like a week until I'm like, oh, let me go outside. So, Cat Lady, what did you do to sit and get house arrest? Oh yeah, I forgot you are in Philly. You are in Philly. Never mind. Yeah, one got house arrest. Don't you got? Well, I mean, apparently one person is on house arrest, and the other one, well, she worked from home. So I mean, shit. Even if I no, bro, I'm sorry, but like even if yeah, Spider, there are certain parts of Philly I wouldn't fucking go there. Yeah, no, that's listen, Cherry, that's understandable. But apparently, Spider Quake is on house arrest, and Cat Lady is practically living in fucking Chirac. So I'll make sure when I go over there to bring my goddamn bulletproof vest. Well, you're right. It's not true. I mean, what 18-year-old, 19-year-old would just sit there and just choose to stay inside for 2 weeks and like not go outside? Listen, Sorry, Broski is on house arrest. Oh, Allison said Kings. Yo, I wouldn't fuck with Kingston and bring me. Oh, I've seen the videos. I've seen the videos. I don't fucking with no goddamn key. Listen, if I go to Kingston, I'm resting to the T and whatnot. Yeah, let's not talk about your house arrest. You're right. What I saw. Yeah, but Danny don't need those problems, though. Danny don't need those problems. problems. Like she don't need to sit there and go back to a toxic man who broke her. I try and have some VU. UV, you mean? Humor. So okay, so cat lady, you what do you do? Like DoorDash or like Uber Eats or something like that? Because I mean, yeah, yeah, you do got to eat. So like, how does that work? I'm not trying to be a dick. I'm not trying to be a dick. But like, what do you get? Like Uber Eats or DoorDash or some shit? I'm gonna be honest. I can't. Some of those DoorDash people, I can't stand dealing with it. That's when I got to go out. Okay, so DoorDash and Uber Eats, I got it. Haley and Andre. Haley and Andre. And don't forget about June, because we had to sit there and see that lovely scene of Naomi and Jacob. So how do you get food, cat lady? Like, how does that work? That's when oh, that's okay. All right. I guess you just kind of stock up then. Ah. Yeah, no, I was like, where'd you see the first 10 minutes from? Okay, all right, I got you, cat lady. I got you. I just wonder how you actually eat food. Like, how does that work? What is like? I mean, for me, Jess, it's more like that June is just annoying. Like Leslie. Leslie's another one. Like, I just don't give a shit about. Johnson says Sophia practically committed a crime. She did commit a crime. I mean, she did commit a crime. She did, and it's God. Like I said, goddamn knock off Jan Spears. I rather than bring. I gotta see what was going on with the actress that plays Jan Spears by cooking. No, I get that part. I do. I get that part. I was just wondering. I was just curious. I was like, but hey, listen, to each his own. Allison says, I only did DoorDash during COVID. Now I'm too cheap to pay for delivery. Yeah. I, I just don't trust some of those people. I've seen too many clips online of some of those DoorDash people, and I'm like, nah. I was like, nah, I'm good. Oh, but Spider likes June. Sometimes I can't tell if Spider is just like trolling or if he's being serious. Kelly says, I bet Portia is pregnant. Prego. I am so wondering where y'all getting these theories from. Jonathan, I think that would be a great Christmas present. I think it'd be a great Christmas present. And then I just don't have to sit there and see Sophia. I just, the food's always cold when you get it, and that's way anyway. Yeah. Plus, it's like I just the thing is, Allison, I don't trust the hiring practices of the people that deliver that stuff. Because they be hiring some very sketchy ass people. Like that's my whole thing. I can see her doing some dumb shit like that, Jonathan. Unfortunately, I can because, like, she'll probably feel like she got pushed to the edge, and it'll be a whole standoff situation. And maybe that's how Johnny will wind up forgetting, um, you know, Johnny and Chanel want to get back together. But right now, you got Xander and Sarah back together for like a hot minute. And I literally do mean like until she finds out that he did beat Philip's ass, and then it's just going to go downhill. Spiker says, it's no theory. Portia definitely pregnant. In the promo, we find out someone's pregnant, and the leak video saw. I'm glad you remembered that promo because like it's been like a whole goddamn week, and so I totally forgot. Um, I totally forgot that about that damn promo. Allison says, I thought I saw on GA's preview Josh at the doctor and asking if she could be pregnant. Listen, Vaughn is a good dude. Vaughn is a good dude. He's a very stand-up guy. Okay, and I hope that they make Vaughn a permanent character. Okay, so okay, if Frank Valentine is not there watching this, you need to sit there and give the actor that plays Vaughn um a contract. Shit, you gave Gio a contract and he didn't do shit for a whole year. So you can give Vaughn a contract. I approve of that. That way you stop it. Once you stop with your shenanigans. Um, yeah, give Vaughn a contract. Really? You thought the guy who would pull his punches and who cried and practically ratted out Sonny is a better. Okay. Hey, listen, it's your opinion. Yeah, but then she won't be a WSB agent, and I actually like Jocelyn being a WSB agent. Yeah, I wasn't a huge fan of that. DC Soap Sanctuary, as I live and breathe. Okay, I gotta do this now before I forget. I gotta do this before I forget. Yeah, see? There you go. That's not. What the hell are you teaching? I didn't do a damn thing, Spider. That was on his own. Oh, by the way, DC, Spider Quick is on house arrest. No, I'm messaging you now, DC. By the way, Spider Quick is on house arrest, and I don't really know what Cat Lady's story is, but yeah, it's true. Don't listen to Spider. Yep, house arrest. 2 weeks. Samuel. Yep, exactly, DC. So now you know. Okay, good. I have to leave my house every day or I'll go crazy. Listen, don't get me wrong. Like, I'm cool with staying in my house. Like if I was just doing this full time and I had money to sit there and get DoorDash every day, um, I'll do it. It might be different if I lived alone. Yeah, that's the thing, though, right, DC? Like, I saw, what's his name? Is that apple cider champagne? No, that's Moscato, and I'm actually kind of low now. But to be fair, I haven't actually did it in a while. When is this will reading supposed to take place, Spider? This year says I believe Audra is the one responsible for stocking the alcohol and liquor tables and all the rich people's homes on souls. Why would I give them alcohol? Like that's oh, I think I showed I wonder what DC's gonna sit there and say. Oh, no, that's correct. There we go. Remember her, right, DC? The prototype Ava. Oh, okay. So I guess somebody fell asleep on the. I guess somebody fell asleep on the job. Exactly, DC. We were in the member circle. We were sitting there looking. I was waiting for that. I was waiting for that. In the member circle, we were sitting there looking at some of her scenes. Um, One Life to Live was that show. One Life to Live was that show. Susan says, "Our Canada fans of GH got an episode today and posted scenes on social." Oh, okay. So that's the reason why Spider isn't there, like getting all this stuff early and stuff. I was Vicky. Just said, who said being WSB is one of the best storylines? Well, DC said that, and well, I agree. DC said that, and I agree. Yeah, one I feel was that show. Like we just saw the scene with Asa, but yeah, I got some fun stuff for this weekend. I'll just sit there and say that. I mean, maybe listen, I'm enjoying it. I mean, there you go, there you go, DC. You tell them, you tell them, DC. Oh, wrong picture. Where else the other picture at? There we go. You remember this guy, right, DC? Listen, I'm enjoying the WSB stuff with Jocelyn because she's like I said, she's athletic. She's not super spoiled and entitled, and I think Jack Brennan is spot on with why he named one of that great exactly DC. Asa effing Buchanan just said name one thing that's great about it or one thing she actually accomplished being an agent. Yeah. Yeah, you're gonna have to give me a second. Hold on. Do you see she did stuff, she accomplished some stuff and did some great things, like, you know, and she did all that great stuff. Like what is Jess talking about? Yeah, she did a lot of great stuff. I'm just saying, like what are you talking about? She did stuff, I it's gonna take me a second because I've been drinking, but I know she did stuff though. She was doing great things. She did accomplishing things. Yeah, that's right. That's right, Cherry. You know how Jess is. But I'm gonna get back to her on the stuff that she did and the stuff she accomplished. So I'm gonna get back to you on that and forget about that. There you go. I feel like that's just too obvious, Spider. Like everyone wants Emma to do it because Anna did it. I feel like that's just so much like, oh, okay. Lady V said DC Albert that one of the most ridiculous, idiotic stories in our opinion because Jocelyn should be a high school college still. I mean, yeah, but I'm enjoying it. Like I'm enjoying it. Yeah, yeah. I wonder what. Yeah, never mind. Exactly. Like she got listen right then and there. I mean, to be honest, that's when I actually started liking Jocelyn when when she fought now, and that's when I was like, listen, this. I mean, granted, yes, she did sit there and treat Cameron like a toilet seat. Okay, like I've expressed that multiple times, and I stand by that. But you know, yeah, she proved herself. Oh, and the actor that plays Cameron is on a show on Amazon. I don't remember it, and I don't really care to watch it, but he's there. But I don't know. I guess it's a agree to disagree situation. So, oh, and you know what we didn't sit there and talk about? Yeah, she did. She treated him like a policy. Ashley and Derek's wedding, and Shanice that they're being too goddamn involved. Like her guilt tripping Derek, me like, would you guys sit there and tell the truth? You guys sit there and tell the truth. I was like, maybe Shanice, like, listen, I get it. Derek is being a scumbag, but like, this isn't your place, though. You know what I'm saying? Like guilt tripping him into trying to have him come clean. Lady V says, then keep enjoying that storyline. Say when you enjoy. Yeah, I don't know. It's just a difference of opinion, but I get it though. Shanice is doing too much. Mind your goddamn business. Exactly. Aubrey says I'm not fond of Jossie being an agent out there. Yeah, I get it. I'm like, girl, you're doing too much. And again, the sad part is that like Derek has no problems that they're taking like pity. Like this girl is marrying you out of pity, and you're totally fine with that. And I'm like, again, I'm not sitting there trying to like shit on a girl's looks, but I'm like, you doing all this for Ashley? For basic Ashley? Okay, all right. Johnson says Jacob has been giving Derek similar advice on coming clean. Yeah, but Jacob and Derek are friends. You know what I'm saying? Like they boys. They know each other for a while. So like when he's not there doing it, they know each other. Dion mentioned the show. Oh, it's called the Runarounds. Yeah, it's called the Runarounds. Yes, I never actually seen you in Dion's chat, Larby. I mean, I'm usually in there sometimes, so yes, it's called the Runarounds. I think it would be a fun idea for Derek to surprise Ashley by standing up at the wedding, but knowing who Ashley is, it's a bad idea. She will leave him big time. And she should. And basically, Ashley is a loser. It's, I don't know. I mean, again, I'm not fond of Ashley either. If we're gonna be honest, um, they're trying to do it because here's the thing: when she finds out that Derek lied to her, she's going to feel less guilty because she still wants to be with Andre. So that's going to be like a good excuse to sit there and leave her. I mean, leave him because she don't want to be with him anyway. Um, Andre is doing this whole. And another reason is that not the main reason Derek was. I don't get that part, but well, yeah, yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying. Like she gonna leave him, but like she's just gonna find out to be more of an excuse. Like that's what that comes down to. She's gonna find out to be more an excuse than anything else. I think I don't know if they're gonna stay married for like a long time, but I think they're staying married to sit there and try to like be each other's safety net. When things get bad with Bill, when things get bad with Bill, or she wants to be back with Bill, she could sit there and fall back with Andre. When Andre sits there and gets sad about Ashley not being with him, he could sit there and stay with Danny. So like they're each other's like, you know, comfort, um, or whatever. When they stay married, I don't know about them staying married, but they'll be married for a while. And DC is back. Okay, cool. Serious? Yeah, exactly. Facts. I don't think he should, and I hope he doesn't, because and DC is standing by that, and I am too. Okay, well, okay, I'm not standing by it's the best storyline on GH right now, but I don't stand with that. I hope he doesn't. I really hope he doesn't. Like I said, I felt like Theo was out of pocket. I felt like Theo was not there trying to make this about race, and it wasn't about race. It was more about his PTSD. Um, no, I know it's not that. Um, look, don't get me wrong. Like it's an entertaining storyline for me personally, but I don't know it would be the best storyline. I'm enjoying a lot of them, but I wouldn't sit there and say one is necessarily better than the other. Like I'm liking what you call it. I'm liking all the storylines, but I wouldn't no I wouldn't sit there and say it's necessarily the best though. Well, I'm not gonna sit there and say it's the best story. I backed you up by sitting there saying like I enjoyed the Johnson WSB story. I don't know if it's the best. It's not the worst out there. It's not the worst out there personally. Um, yeah, okay, broski. Spike Quick says, "Oh, and the JJ topic. I think JJ should be fired the way JJ escalated the situation fast." Okay. Um, I don't, you know what? That's your opinion, and I respect your opinion. I disagree with it. I think it was a lot more complicated than just simply escalating the situation. He simply sat there and said, "Turn around so I can see who I'm practically talking to." And yeah, he did it in a commanding voice because there was a lot of looting that was going on. It was Theo that decided to bring up, oh, well, you're arresting a black man and I don't know if he sat there and said, like, 1 second, Jonathan. I don't know if he sat there and said, like, you escalate the situation, but I'm like, bro, you didn't turn around when he told you to turn around. You didn't turn around because you still hadn't dealt with your PTSD. And I think it was out of pocket for him to sit and even what the fuck? For him to sit there and talk to what are you what are you talking about? What are you talking about, DC? Um it said thank you for respecting my opinion. You didn't respect my opinion. What are you talking about? You respectfully sat there and said the whole flip flopping, but you're gonna sit there and try to act like I didn't respect your opinion. Okay. Johnson says, what do you think Eve will do now after the Thomas situation? I think she's gonna do exactly what Kat's doing. She's gonna sit there and cry and pout for a little bit, and then she's gonna probably want him back. See, this is my issue. First of all three of them are a pair of jackasses. Eva got exactly what she deserved. I'm not upset. I don't feel bad for her. Cat's only reason that they're trying to do this out of some stupid competition. Dude just literally sat there and cheated on you, and the only reason why you want, but she did this all. Yeah, Is all that huffing and puffing with Cat. Exactly. You sitting there disrespecting her, talking about, oh, well, the sex is bad because of you. And he tells me everything, bragging and stuff like that about how he pretty much betrayed his girlfriend to tell you everything. And then when he decides, I want to go back to her, you sit there getting all crying and upset like you some 12-year-old schoolgirl. Like, nah, girl, you're a grown ass woman. And you realize, yeah, I'm doing just exactly what my mom did. I'm like, I don't have sympathy for that. Jonathan, I would like her. I would like her. Is the word of Todd Manning on Tomas Nomas? Okay. Eva just made herself look stupid, but Tomas ain't shit either. He ain't. And Cat ain't shit either, if we're gonna be honest. Oh, that's cute. Jonathan, talk about a recycled joke, right? That's hilarious. That is hilarious. Um, I played this. I played this yesterday, but just because he wants to sit there and say that I got this canceled and I got, uh, fuck it, I will sit there and play this because I don't think the regular people heard this, and I want to play this at least once.
Megan actually passed away nearly 20 years ago, but I still to this day get stopped on the street by Fraternity Row fans who remember the characters that she played. And some ask how she's doing or will she ever return. But I must tell you that there are times I get so caught up in the show that I find myself wondering the same thing. The fans are so loyal, so passionate, so invested in their stories. I always ask how they started watching Fraternity Row. Some of them were stay-at-home mothers taking a break before their children came home from school. Others were college students with free time between classes. Many of them inherited a love of the show from their parents or their grandparents, who were longtime fans themselves. I remember the first time I tuned into Fraternity Row. I was hooked instantly. I needed to know what would happen next to these fascinating people. Would the hero and the heroine find their way back to true love? Would the villains get their comeuppance? Or would their crimes go unpunished? Would loving families overcome their obstacles? Or would their troubles prove too difficult to surmount? Ultimately, that's what soap opera is about. Families. Close families. Rival families. Even families that are unexpected. Or the ones we choose for ourselves. And when a show is lucky enough to be on the air as long as Fraternity Row has been on, these families become extensions of our own. The audience might be upset when a favorite actor leaves, but they're always willing to welcome a new one, even when that new cast member is quite different than the one being replaced. After all, this is a place where people come back from the dead, go off to grade school in the morning, and come home from high school in the afternoon. Because for every new face, every new couple, every new family, there are long familiar faces. Some who have grown up before our very eyes. And a few more we hope to watch grow up. We know them so well. They've become our friends. We yearn for their happiness, especially when it's hard won. We laugh as they laugh. We cry as they cry. And we can't imagine doing without them. And when things are at their very worst on the show, that's when we seem to enjoy them the most. There's just one thing we have to do to keep them in our lives. Tune in tomorrow. A lot to hide.
Yeah, that's DC right there. That is DC right there. Even when I put it on, he's all like, "Oh, he got the show canceled." Da 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 da. I'm like, okay, DC. Anyway, yeah, that was the show back then. I don't know who some of those other characters were. I think one was Tomas. I think that's what Ted King's character name was Tomas. Have you remember something you how you remember something you've never seen? What are you talking about? What is DC talking about? Um oh yeah, Darby was there trying to be a troll in your absence. And I got exactly and I got Poor Charles canceled. Yeah, and apparently I got Passions canceled even though I fucking love Passions. I would play the scene, but I already played it yesterday, and so I'm not gonna play it again. Yeah, okay, it was Tomas. Okay. Okay. Well, then one character on Passion besides Ethan, Teresa, and Alistair. Gwen. Gwen. How about Gwen? That was Alistair's like daughter or granddaughter. No, Gwen. Gwen. Johnson said I got Sunset Beach canceled. I want y'all to sit there and see that listen, I love my guy DC, but DC could be a dick. DC could be a dick. I would sit there and say, you know what? No, I'm sorry. You're being a brat. DC could be a brat. I'm sorry. I got to use kick gloves with you. DC could be a brat. Alistair says, I wish One Like Love would come back on. I would love for One Like Love to come back on. This is DC being a brat. I'm not doing that. You're doing that all by yourself. Like I said, Cherry, listen, I love my guy DC, but DC can be a brat though. All because I chose to watch Fox Kids and Kids WB. Which one did you enjoy more though, Jonathan? Fox Kids or WB Kids? You got every show that was exactly. He said Gwen was Alice's daughter. That's how you know damn well he didn't watch Passions. Have a good night, Laura B. Yeah, that's right. DC is the Gwen H. Yes, let's everyone say goodnight to Laura B. No, I didn't actually watch Passions. Yeah, yeah, no, but I didn't watch Passions though. You know what? I think you know what it was. Passions. I mean, granted, I wasn't gonna choose between one or the other, but Passions came on at two, and One Like to Live also came on at two. So um, I never said I never said I watched Passions. And thank you, Laura. But yes, make sure you do hit that like. You know, I gotta hit the like button too. Yes, hit that like button. Yeah, Passions came on at two, and One Like to Live came on at two. I think it was one of them came on at 10, and I don't know if it was Another World or was it Guiding Light. But Another World had Roger Howard in it. And it also had a really crazy villain named James Steinbeck. DC is crazy, and the West Coast Passions competed with GHO. That was a mistake. That was a mistake. I mean, I'm loving Passions. Oh God, I like him when that 10. Okay, thank you. I listen to these to watch days on my children would like to live in GH. Yeah, it was hard to sit there like you mean as the world turns. Yeah, no, as the world turned had James Steinbeck and it had um Roger Howard in it. Good old VCS. I mean VHS. Yeah, but that's the thing though, right? Like even with that, that was still a lot because I think we had like 9 soap operas. That him call me crazy. See typical WSB agent move. Even though all the shows he's been blamed for getting canceled are on it too. Rosemary says, I've been here the whole time just listening to the soul chat, just didn't want to say anything until now. Well, it's good to see you, Rosemary. It was a lot. It was a lot. Hell, like I said back in the day, I used to sit there and watch Port Charles, One Life to Live, and General Hospital. And that was a lot. And then, when they had the night shift come on, I used to watch night shift. You had 9 and 10. Yeah, you had 9 and 10. You had a lot of soap operas. And what kept people like connected or whatever. Yeah, we had 11. Okay, yeah, we had 11. And what kept people was Soap Opera Digest when they used to come out with the magazines. Yeah, Jonathan. I mean, yeah, DC. You said it was like it turned into like telenovelas kind of style a little bit, right? You had Sunset Beach. You had what's the other show? We were watching it too. It had Nancy Lee Grant on it. I know it's kind of a taboo thing to say, but what was the name of that show? It was on NBC. It wasn't Sunset Beach. Santa Barbara. It had Santa Barbara on it. DC says yes, it was, and I think it was unique for Port Charles. Do you think they could keep that today? I think it'll probably be a little bit better if they kept it like that today. If yeah, I think they would. Thank you, Susan, and thank you, Allison. Yes, Santa Barbara. Santa Barbara seemed like it was fun to watch. The stuff that we've seen so far has been fun. Loving All Right was on. Ryan's Hope. I've seen clips on it. I've actually we'll get into that at some point. But I've seen clips of it. I've seen clips. Okay, so you watch Ryan's Hope. Okay. Yeah, Terry, I've seen clips of it. Ryan's Hope seemed like it kind of played out like old school, like I mean old school Days of Our Lives. Like not in the 90s. I mean like old school Days of Our Lives. It's so difficult to sit there and watch certain scenes or to find scenes. Well, DC, did you ever watch Sunset Beach or Santa Barbara? Agent 47, from what I heard, Ava's mom is from Ryan's Hope. Hmm. Let's everyone welcome Agent 47. Oh, you watched them both. Okay. Allison says Days was nuts. And I mean, a lot of them were kind of nuts back in the 90s, but not in a bad way, though. Well, more risky. Certain things they would have been saying get away with. Okay. Oh, Kristen buried Carly alive. Oh yeah, I forgot there was a Days of Our Lives, Carly. That's true. Johnson says Eastbrook Lane would feature the Drake family, Drake family, the family of vampires, the Fox family, a family of werewolves, the Monarchy family of witches, and the Silver family of hunters. You know, it's actually really funny, Jonathan. So I got Amazon Prime back. And show they actually have been marathoning Teen Wolf. It's been very interesting. They also have like a marathon of like some of the some of the past storylines. Like I was watching a little. Oh, Dewan. Okay, I was watching on General Hospital. They showed yesterday. Teen Wolf was underrated. No, I'm not talking about the movie. I'm talking about like the TV show. Yeah, no, Alice. I'm talking about the TV show. Oh, it's the one under this name I used to have. Oh, okay. Yep, the TV show, Jonathan. Oh, DC says Teen Wolf was during the time when MTV lost its identity as a music channel. It was given Jason brain damage from GH. Yeah. I mean, if we're going to be honest, John, if we're going to be honest, DC, MTV lost its identity when they started playing a bunch of reality shows. When they had a ton of reality shows, that's when they lost their identity. Like they lost their identity way before like Teen Wolf and the scripted shows on a live channel Prime. Yep. Hmm. Yeah, we're playing like different marathons. Yes, it did. Agent 47. Jonathan, MTV is nothing but ridiculousness. And yes, DC said, fun fact, I auditioned for the real world years ago. And what happened with that, DC? If you don't mind telling the chat. So DC auditioned for the real world. Yeah, I mean that's reality. It's not actuality. Ridiculousness and catfish. Not anymore. Well, not anymore for catfish, unless they're just going to be showing reruns. So yeah, DC auditioned for the real world. DC says I didn't make it on the show. The producer said she felt I was too normal and a nice guy. She didn't even seem interested until I said I had a boyfriend. My roommate years later made it onto the show. Yeah, they said that DC was too normal, but they were going to sit there and decide to take him maybe when he said he had a boyfriend. Johnson says I like MTV when he has scripted shows. I did too. I did too. Um, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, Jonathan. One of my favorite like reality shows on MTV. Again, I'm gonna sit there and say was MTV True Life. But like other than that, like I used to love that stuff like the what was it called? Shania Chronicles or just Shania Chronicles or some shit like that. My classmate was on True Life. What episode? what episode, DC? I personally want to know that what episode. No one lives like they do on these shows. They don't represent average people. No, they don't. Oh, the Shania Chronicles. Okay. Yeah, it was on MTV, and then it wound up being on another network. DC says, I think it was the one where the family won't accept my relationship. Her cousin was a background dancer for Shakira. Hmm. I heard of that episode. I don't know if I've seen it though. Like Super Nanny and Wife Swap. DC says, and my roommate on Real World was on Real World Atlanta since he was an F. What? Oh, I used to like that show too. I used to like that show too, Jonathan. That Boiling Points. Yeah, I mean, listen, I love the scripted stuff, but like I knew they probably weren't going to sit there and like keep that stuff. Like, 'cause reality TV shows is cheaper to make, and that's unfortunate. But yeah, Jonathan, it's on Prime TV. Oh Lord, I do. You know, the funny, I do remember that show. I do remember that dating show, and of course, Room Raiders, and yes, I remember that show. Yes, less than just my based off their room. It's not entirely inaccurate, but still. Like as I'm sitting there thinking about that, I'm like, it's not entirely inaccurate, but like you can't sum up an entire person based off their room. Killer to killer. Oof. Yeah, shout out love for Killer to killer. That chick was famous on MySpace. I don't think some people remember what MySpace is. Agent says I like Mad TV parody of punk. Yeah. Allison says I used to watch House Hunters. Now I just watch YouTube videos. Yeah. DC says MySpace lets you have music on your profile. Yeah, and it took a hell of a long time to sit there and load the damn profile when I was sitting there trying to look at somebody's profile. Had to go through all this stuff. Oh, MySpace. And the top five friends on your space used to always cause drama in high school. Oh yeah, no, I definitely did. Your, your top friends really kind of show. You know what? I used to have certain top friends I'm not going to sit there and talk about, but I know what you're saying though. Allison says, I remember MySpace, but was and really on it. Yeah. Um, it was fun. It was fun, and then they have Facebook. Like, the sad thing is that Facebook was supposed to be like a little bit more private than MySpace. Like everybody just added you on MySpace. People that you didn't know was adding you on MySpace. So then they had Facebook, and Facebook was a little more private. You had your certain friend group, and you couldn't just friend request somebody that you didn't know. Now they damn near encourage you to friend request people, even people that you don't know. Everybody was on there trying to have the best profile with the best music, and Facebook was a blip. Then all of a sudden, Facebook made a comeback, and it was never the same. Yeah, it was. It was supposed to be a little more like just your close friends. And if we're going to be honest, it was Facebook was just started by a college. It wasn't even like everybody. Um, well, yeah, it is. I mean, they gotta make their money. Gotta make their money. I mean, that's the same thing with Twitter. Except for Twitter does pay you now, so that's cool. Like you can be a like pay content creator on Twitter now, but it's more of an investment. It's not the same thing as YouTube. If you're good, the investment is worth it. If you're not, then you're just losing money. Yes, I was very curious about that. It was a gun that Edward Quartermain used, and so now the family has they're supposed to sit there and essentially raid the house. Mostly back in the day, I stuck to the soul chat rooms back then and Yahoo groups. Yeah, I can imagine it used to probably be a free for all in those things. Agent says, "Thank you, Facebook, encouraging you to be friends with anyone. I found cousins I didn't know I had." Yeah, eh, Facebook is something else. Facebook is something else. Um, I only use Facebook to sit there and talk to certain people. Yes, I think it was actually out. Oh yeah, I was up late. Yeah, I think it came on around like 12. I don't remember what episode I'm on. I think I'm on episode 3. I think I have like maybe 15 minutes left. I'm enjoying it so far. I'm enjoying it. Um, I like the crossover. The crossover. Um, I like how they're tying it into the boys, but they're still keeping it separate enough where it's like you don't have to watch one to understand the other necessarily. I still do think they should do a season 2 of the cartoon version. I really like the cartoon version. You know what I'm talking about, though, right? I think it's called Diabolical. Allison says Facebook was good in the beginning. Now it's a bunch of hackers. Facebook just, like I said, I've only used Facebook to sit there and talk to certain people. Like if you're in my friends group or my inner circle, I'll talk to you. But other than that, I don't use Facebook for anything else. Like it's not. I mean, that's the same thing with Twitter. I only go on Twitter because I talk to certain people. Um, like unless I was actually going to be a paid creator, or if I want to sit there and see soap opera news. LaShawn says I like making the band 3 and making the band 4 when Puff Daddy was on. Yeah, before we knew who he was. Uh, that was a time before the internet, before we knew who he was. He was safe back then. Yes, that's the one good thing about technology. Yeah, I like keeping up with family, putting up pictures and stuff. But I mean, I can put that stuff up on Instagram. So, but there are certain people I do still talk to on Facebook. So, Allison, the soap stuff got just chaotic. Like you started just having these profiles that would just make up lies and stuff like that for clickbait, so you can go on there. I don't know. Maybe they got like web traffic, and you know, they got something out of it. But like they I mean, I heard, for YouTube, like it used to actually be like a decent place to go to like talk to other soap fans and stuff like that. But once you start just getting anybody that can make a profile and that will specifically make it just for you to click on there, that's when the shit got a little out of hand. Okay. Yeah, I was probably supposed to go to sleep like 20 minutes ago. I gotta wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning, unfortunately. So I'm gonna end the stream here since I gotta be up in like literally a couple hours. But I will be back tomorrow, same time. We'll have a good time. And if I can, I'll try to do a review on Beyond the Gates. It's gonna be tight, but I'll see what I can do. So with that being said, I'm gonna go. Have a good night, Allison. Have a good night, LaShawn. Have a good night, Blackmon. Have a good night, Queen Janet. Have a good night, Queen Jess. Have a good night, Queen Cat Lady. Uh, yes, that's right. Tomorrow, GH is back. We'll talk all about it. Good night, DC, aka the Brat. DC is a brat, by the way. Just wanna remind you, lovely people, that even though DC's nice, DC's also a brat. Have a good night, Rosemary. Thank you for joining. Thank you, people. Yeah, exactly. DC's my guy. He just, he's a brat. Johnson says I'm going to send you some videos for Sunday stream. Okay, good. Jonathan, if you can send me Steve Johnson. If you can send me something from Steve Johnson, not from like liquid soap, but like some Steve Johnson clips, that would help. Steve Johnson, that's one of my favorite characters. One of my favorite characters on what do you call it? Duan says, Audra, do you think Deacon and Taylor will get together? I think it's possible. I think it's possible. I think that's what the fans wouldn't expect, and I think that would actually be really interesting. Johnson says, actually have another character in mind. No, you can send me that. You can send me that. Yeah, yeah, that sounds good. Yes, please do. Yeah, listen, he's on Days of Our Lives. Absolutely, yeah. I look forward to seeing this person. Since you're sending him, I know it's going to be an interesting read. So please do. Yeah, but yeah, I'm gonna sit in the stream here. I do want to thank everyone for joining. Hell of a lot of fun as always. Yeah, I'll sit there and see y'all tomorrow. And thank you, Jonathan, Duan, Agent 47, and I look forward to that email. Laters.